There are three strategies that we have talked about for finding the new number after a percent increase or decrease. So the problem says in 2019, Anya spent an average of 4 hours a week looking at screens. In 2020, Anya's weekly screen time increased by 250%. What was Anya's average weekly screen time? So I'm going to show you how to figure out her average weekly screen time for the new amount using a double number line, a table, and an equation. So first, for a double number line, we would want to figure out what number we need to count by. We know that we have always 100%, and we want to be able to get to 250%. So we need to think of a number that we can count by, and we can count by 50% to get us there. And I made a mistake that was fairly common. I said that we needed to get to 250%, but since this is a 250% increase, that means that I need to add 250% to 100%. So I'm actually going all the way up to 350%. So I put the original amount, how much she was averaging in 2019, above the 100%, which is 4. And then I know that half of that, which would be 50%, would be 2. So then I'm just going to count by 2s along my number line until I get to the 350% amount, which is the amount after the increase. And so I can see that the 350% amount would be 14. For a table, I'm going to set that up as old and new, and I'm going to put 100% in the old amount because that will always be the old amount. And again, I need to add the amount that is increasing by to 100%. So my new percent is going to be 350%. My old amount of screen time is 4. So I'm going to go over to my calculator and I'm going to divide from right to left across the row that I know 2 numbers in. That is how you find the constant of proportionality from any proportional relationship. It does not matter if it's the top line, the bottom line, anywhere in between. I'm going to divide from right to left, and I can see that my constant of proportionality is 3.5. Since I divided in this direction and the constant of proportionality is the number that I multiply the left-hand side by to get the right-hand side, I'm going the opposite direction, so I'm going to do the opposite operation. I'm going to multiply by my constant of proportionality, and again I can see that the new amount of screen time is 14 hours. If I want to make an equation, I'm always going to do the original times the percent equals the new. So the original amount of screen time is 4 times the percent needs to be the percent as a decimal. So if you're not sure what 350% as a decimal is, you can do 350 divided by 100. Percent means out of 100, so you can always divide. So I do 4 times 3.5, which is the same constant of proportionality that I got, and I find that that is 14. So all 3 of those methods found that the new amount was 14 hours.